He'd be throwing it up there. Every time.
Oh, what's up, guys?
What's up?
I'm Chris.
I'm Sean.
And this is the Whiskey Noobs. Alright, so we got a fun little series of videos.
We do.
Right? So here's number 2 in said series.
Or number B.
Or number B.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So we were sent some samples from JJ at
Jam's Our Bourbon Jam.
on Instagram.
Yep.
Go over and give her a follow if you aren't already.
Pretty cool stuff.
Yep, and she sent us 8 different samples to try. Wanted our full, brutal, honest feedback.
Yeah.
We are doing these blind, so we do not know what we are pouring.
Yep.
And full disclosure, she said some of these are ones she did not enjoy. So she wanted to know if it was just her, or if maybe it was just, not so great whiskey.
Yeah.
So we're going to find out. So if you've watched part 1, actually, you know what? I'm not going to give that away because I don't know where you're jumping into the series yet.
Yeah,
So go back and check out part 1. You'll see the first whiskey that we tried.
Right. This is the second one.
I like these little containers.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like these little
I concur.
mason jars with handles on them. They're pretty cool.
Stick out your finger.
Yeah, you just get too many fingers. Throw the pinky out.
Yeah.
I feel like, how do you do that? You like?
Yeah. When in doubt, pinky out.
All right.
All right.
What's the nose like on this one, Sean?
Hold on.
Ooh, it's interesting.
Ooh, it's very tangerine-y, citrusy.
I was gonna say the same thing.
No, shut up, really.
I was like little clementines.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like you're peeling it.
Cuties.
Like you're peeling it and breaking it
the
open.
zest. Yeah,
Yep.
like the peel.
Yep. Yep. Hitting you in the nose. That's all I'm getting. That is super light and citrusy.
Yeah, now it's all I'm. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
in the beginning I was like, all right, maybe there's something else in there, but I'm getting like black pepper.
It is peppery. Orangey
Yeah.
and peppery.
Yeah.
Zesty and peppery, yeah. Ooh. That's light.
It's very light. Disappears.
Mm-hmm.
You get like
Oh, and a black pepper finish. Woo! Cracked peppercorn finish. You were right on the nose with that with the peppery. Sorry.
yeah, it's definitely like you just cracked fresh pepper.
Yeah. At the finish. Like the beginning is like just like we talked about.
The
kinda.
beginning is like a fraction of a second of some orange zest, a little bit of sweet, but it is gone so fast.
Mm-hmm. But it has a finish to it. Like it has a finish.
Yeah, but it's all pepper.
It's very peppery, a little cinnamon, but it's just for something that's that light. I didn't expect it to
Let
have
me get
that
a
kind
bigger.
of a finish.
So I don't get it. I took a very small sip. Let me get a bigger sip and see if maybe there's more finish.
Okay.
All right, so I'm getting a little bit of the orange on the finish now.
You get orange on finish, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And there's the pepper right there.
Yeah,
Boom.
pepper's there.
Boom.
You know, it's funny because like we've gotten hints of pepper in whiskey before,
Mm-hmm. But not like that.
not like this.
It was like hello.
And we've gotten citrus
there.
before, but never so specific as like the orange peel.
No. I mean that was it's definitely unique.
Yeah, I'm not getting any of the normal bourbon,
No.
vanilla,
nothing oaky,
caramel.
no.
Oh, I'm not getting any wood
No.
from this.
Maybe some spicy cinnamon, a little bit in there, but cinnamony, orangey, black pepper. Yeah.
All right, so we want to do the same thing we did with the last one. Let's give our impressions.
Okay.
So, give me some observations. Then I'll give my observations.
Okay.
And then we'll say what we'll pay.
Yeah.
And then we'll say, would we pick it up again? And you'll say you'll have to live with it, and that'll be fine. But I'll say whether or not I'd pick it up again.
I might have.
All right.
Way
So
to go
give
on
us
that
your
one.
impressions. What do you think? What do you think is in the glass or was in the glass?
I think it's some kind of a scotch.
Okay.
A scotch or a really fancy Irish, and I may get beat up for that at some point in time. But like I because Irish usually doesn't have a lot of the going on, and the complexities. Irish is usually right there, very smooth.
So I was
very light.
leaning more
So anyway.
craft until you said that.
Okay.
But now that you say that, it could be an Irish or a Scotch. If it's a Scotch, it's a super, super light Scotch.
It is maybe a young or a craft Scotch because I think they do have those
Yeah,
You
could
know,
be.
that,
It could be, or
that are kind of breaking into the market.
it's definitely a background whiskey. You know, we've used that term before. If you've never heard that term from us, basically it's a whiskey that you would drink while you're doing something else. You're cooking dinner, or you're playing cards, or just
you might give your friend a pour of it when you're doing a bunch of other things, but it's not something that's going to be a conversation piece,
right?
For sure.
And there are whiskeys that we say are not background whiskeys that you need to stop whatever you're doing,
have a conversation,
and devote all your time just to drinking and enjoying and smelling and going through it. This is a background whiskey.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So you're leaning Scotch or Irish.
Yeah.
I still think it could be a craft because it's definitely very light to me. It tastes very young to me. I'm going to say that this is probably under the 3-year mark.
Okay.
As far as proof, this is going to be a low proofer. I'm thinking around the 40% mark.
I agree with that, which is what makes me think it's Scotch or Irish. Yeah.
It's definitely not a flavor we've ever come across.
No.
So I don't think it's anything we've ever had before.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but that's my guess.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. On the age, though, I might disagree a little bit on the age. I'm gonna head towards the.
Well, you're saying Scotch or Irish. I mean, if you're saying Scotch, it's gonna most likely be older.
Yeah, I feel like it's a little older than that, in my opinion.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So, what was in our glass?
Sagamore straight rye whiskey.
Huh? That was a rye.
It is a rye.
Did I mention rye earlier? Maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, no, I don't think I
No.
know. I didn't mention the rye. Period. That's crazy.
So you guys hit the tasting notes almost perfectly. So candied dried orange peel with a hint of cloves and nutmeg.
Okay.
Lingering hints of walnut and brown sugar to finish.
Okay. No pepper, though.
I think they're
No
being
pepper.
a little generous with some of those other tasting notes.
Yeah.
Because I didn't get brown sugar from it.
I got a little cinnamon, but yeah.
What'd you guys say for proof?
90.
So it's 83.
Or no, we
We
said
said
80.
proof.
We said
Okay,
80
so it's
yeah,
83.
Okay.
And then the age, you said it was under 3 years.
Yeah.
It's actually 4 to 5 years.
Okay.
That's what I said. I said it was about 4-ish.
Do
that's
you
exactly
guys
what I
have a
said.
guess on price?
Oh, we
Oh,
didn't
we
get to
didn't
that.
get
You didn't get to that.
Crap.
Yeah, that's
You've
why
already
I
told us
wanted
what
to-
it was, so now we're going to say what we would pay for
We've
it.
never heard
All
of
right, look, I've never heard of it, so
I've never
here's
heard
what
of
I would pay for it just based off the tasting. You've told me the proof, which kind of ruins it a little bit. That's not your fault. I just forgot to say what I would pay for it. I'll be honest with you. I'll say the first thing. Would I buy another bottle? I wouldn't buy another bottle. So just based off of that and what I've had in the glass, I would say that this is probably a $20 to $30 whiskey. Taking out anything else you said, I think it's $20 to $30 whiskey.
Okay, so I'm going to be honest with everything that before I even knew that, I already had this portion in my head of what I was going to say. So I would buy a bottle of this whiskey again. I would replenish this whiskey.
Is it because of the orange peel and the black pepper?
Yeah, that combination, like I can see myself like cooking, in the evening and or sitting outside and having that.
Yeah, I can see it being a summer whiskey.
Yeah, like
lighter
just
whiskey.
like and it's like hello, with the oranges and stuff like that. So I would buy another bottle of it, and the price point that I was thinking in my mind when I was drinking it was $40.
All right. So here's what I'll say. So here lately we've gotten into higher proof whiskeys.
Yeah.
A lot of higher proof bourbons, right?
Yeah, specifically.
We've been really, really blown away by leathery, tobacco, heavy oak.
Yeah, and just the
whiskeys.
overall raisiny, all the stuff that goes into.
So those
it,
are the things that we've been really getting into lately, and that we've been really enjoying.
Yeah.
Right. And then the other aspect that I've been getting into is scotches, and you to some extent as well.
Through you,
Yeah.
I mean,
Scotches that are super complex,
light and complex.
We're light and complex.
Yeah.
This is neither of those two things.
No.
So I'm just being honest based off of where I'm at right now in my whiskey journey. Now, if I had this 6 months ago when we were first really kind of kicking off whiskey, I probably would have had higher praises to sing for it.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
But being where I'm at right now, with the higher proofs and some of the really like tanniny and just the when you drink it, it's you got to sit down and just sip it and like live with it for a little bit.
Yeah.
Whereas this is more of a background whiskey for me.
Yeah. And I'm not saying it's a
not bad.
for sure.
I want to be clear.
I agree.
I want to be very clear. It's
yeah.
not bad.
No.
Yeah, I'm really surprised that it's a rye because it doesn't taste. I mean, it doesn't taste like a bourbon.
No, it's almost got a barley to it. Like.
So I guess if it didn't taste like a bourbon, it had to be a rye.
Yeah. That's why I was like, oh, you said rye. I was like, okay, that explains the lightness of it.
Yeah.
But
So you said it was $40 price point for you. It is $39.
okay.
You can pick it up in Baltimore, Maryland.
No.
Yeah.
All right.
Something different.
Yeah, that is different. Yeah.
So I guess I'll make this correction to my statement. It might be a whiskey I would keep on my shelf, if for nothing else, just to be able to expose someone to what citrus tastes like in a whiskey.
Oh yeah.
Right, because we've had that conversation about like
But this
certain
is
bottles we would keep to like expose
Yeah.
people to certain
Yeah.
flavor profiles.
Yeah.
Like, hey, this is what bitter is, right?
Mhm.
So like this is what bitter is in whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny. The joke is that bottle would be Kentucky Gentleman.
Yeah.
But if
Yeah.
you want to know what bitter is in whiskey, that's a bitter, woody whiskey. It just is.
Kentucky Gentleman is for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
So this might be a good one to help expose someone, because sometimes when we talk to people who are even newer or have no experience with whiskey,
Mm-hmm.
when we use certain tasting notes, they just look at us like we're crazy. Like, how could you get that from whiskey?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, because it burns.
Right.
You know,
Yeah, just
yeah.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of neat to be able to expose people to what these flavor profiles are. Like,
Yeah.
hey, do you detect this?
Yeah. 1% rye.
Yeah. Well, ultimately, thanks so much for sending us the sample, JJ.
Thank you.
We enjoyed
Yeah.
it,
For sure.
and we're looking forward to the other 6.
Yes.
So, guys, if you haven't, please go ahead and subscribe to the Whiskey Noobs. We'd really appreciate it.
And ring the bell.
Ring the notification bell. Drop us a comment. Maybe there's some whiskeys out there that have really surprised you. We'd love to hear those. What's a whiskey you weren't really expecting a whole lot from, or one that you've tried that just kind of blew you away? We'd love to know what it is, and maybe we'll find it and try it out here on the show.
Yeah. Or you can send it to us too.
Yeah, there you
If
go.
want.
Yeah, drop us an email, and we'll drop you the details. You can send us out something to try, and anytime we get sent something, we reciprocate. So we'll send you something in return.
Yeah.
Thanks so much, guys. Cheers till next time.